So tell me, what do you think of when I say 1980s, big mustache, Hawaii, Tom Selleck, Magnum? This has nothing to do with Magnum PI. But, you know, how I am for the obscure or not so obscure 80s references. Anyway, for $35, you get what I gave a 3.5 star stone status of gem. This is a magazine test. I think you guys are probably familiar with that. But basically, you get this book here. It's 29 pages. And you get 3 magazine sheets. I'll just show you one. These are the same. That you can slip into a regular magazine. And there's a bunch of different things on here. There's a drawing, design duplication. There's a drawing here, and a drawing here. There's a think of a celebrity thing. There's think of a country, and then both sides of this are set up for the U.F. Grant style. Think of any long word, and I can tell you what it is. So this is a lot of stuff on here. Now, of course, the idea is you slip this into a magazine in advance. You have them select that page, and of course, you supposedly don't know, haven't seen the page, and they're holding the page across the stage or whatever, and you're doing all these predictions. So that's the basic effect. The method is pretty standard mentalism stuff. There's lots of different techniques in there, depending on which routine you want to do. So this thing here, what's nice about this is inside of here you will find some samples of how you might do your drawing duplications. There's some scripts. Let's see here. We got, another thing you should really, this is cool. You know, the little card that comes in magazines. This is a crib sheet, man. It's got all the stuff you need to do all of your effects. So you don't have to memorize anything. Or, you know, eventually you should, but when you're first starting out, you're learning it. Anyway, so here he gives some cool things here. I don't know if you see that very well. Whereas here's a sample routine, and it just gives you the bullet points of which effects to do. And then he's got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 different routines there. Then there's a whole section in here on reveals. Page 48, reveal number 1. Page 48, reveal number 2, and so forth. Lots of different tips and pointers on how to do the reveal. Lots of little bits where you can insert some comedy tricks, some comedy things. There's even a couple of websites that have, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, he's got 4 websites listed here that have current topic jokes on them. So, you know, because some of the stuff on here, you know, you got Tom Cruise, Tim Allen, Mitt Romney, Michael Jordan. These guys aren't so much in the news at the moment, although Mitt Romney may be coming up if he decides to run for president again in 2 years. So maybe get this now and be ready for the elections again. Anyway, so this Charlie Sheen in the news again, and, you know, by the time, you know what, he's in and out of the news all the time, so that'll probably stay current. So, but it is a little dated. Some of the stuff in there is a little dated, but I don't think it's enough to make that big of a difference. So the bottom line is, for $35, you're getting a decent amount of stuff. And these sheets are a little thicker than a regular magazine, but of course, the Spectator never handles the magazine and this paper at the same time, so they don't have anything to compare it to. And according to Mark Zust, he says nobody's ever noticed, and I believe him, because they're not holding both at the same time. So bottom line, this is a pretty decent technique for the effect. If you're into magazine tests, this one has a nice advantage that it combines design duplication, the UF Grant concept. There's some progressive anagram stuff in there if you're into that, where you apparently, you know, are predicting what city they're thinking of or what celebrity they're thinking of. And there's a few other things too. So if you're into that type of stuff, this is a very good sort of stage-ish, parlor-ish. I wouldn't do this close up, but certainly a stage or parlor type thing, this is perfect. And again, if you like the effect. If you don't like the effect, you know, I say it in every review, but if you don't like the effect, why are you watching the review? This is only for people who saw the video trailer, or they saw, they read the advertising copy and thought, hey, I'd like to do that. I wonder if it's as good as they claim it is. And it is. It's everything that they say it is. There's nothing in the advertisement that I found dishonest or anything like that. So there you go. That's the short version of it. Make sure you read the full review down at magicrieview.com. And I know there are some of you who are going to remember when I reviewed Nate Kranzo's True Test. And I gave it a 0-star rating. I don't do that very often. Now, some people are going to say, well, hey, why did you give this one a good rating and that one a bad rating? I addressed that in the written review. I even link off to the review of Kranzo's thing. I like Nate. He's a nice guy. I have nothing against him. But when you read my review, I think you'll see I didn't have much of a choice on the rating I gave him. I had to, unfortunately. So, sorry to bring that up again, but I know if I don't, somebody else will. That happens every time I review two similar products. So, onward, upward, let's figure out what our random song of the day is. Oh, hey, Weird Al, man. How do you like that? This is Yoda. Yoda is a parody of Lola by the Kinks. You guys remember that one from the 60s or 70s or whatever that was. So Weird Al has 3 that I know of Star Wars parodies. He's got Yoda, which is a parody, as I mentioned, of Lola by the Kinks. He's got Star Wars Cantina, which is Barry Manilow's Copacabana, whatever it is. And then he's got his parody of Don McLean's American Pie, which is the, I think he calls it The Saga Begins, which is about the Star Wars Episode 1 and Anakin and all that. So that's, he's a big fan of, and the songs of his that aren't Star Wars related, they're food related. That's Weird Al for you. Anyway, enough rambling. See you guys on the next review. Thanks for watching. Peace out.